Welcome back to Nini's Nest, and today I'm going to be reading Ira Sleeps Over by Bernard Weber. And this is Ira and his teddy bear. And this is a very tall book, so I'm going to try to make sure I get the pictures in the screen properly. But if I mix it up sometime, you'll forgive me, I bet. So let's turn to the title page. Ira Sleeps Over by Bernard Weber. And when you go on a sleepover, you take your pajamas possibly, and maybe you take a teddy bear or some other stuffed animal, something that makes you feel more comfortable when you're away from home. That's what we're going to talk about in this story today. And on this page right here is where we begin. He looks really happy about something. I was invited to sleep at Reggie's house. Was I happy? I had never slept at a friend's house before. There's some words over here. But I had a problem. It began when my sister said, "Are you taking your teddy bear along?" "Taking my teddy bear along," I said. "To my friend's house? Are you kidding? That's the silliest thing I ever heard. Of course I'm not taking my teddy bear." And then she said, "But you never slept without your teddy bear before. How will you feel sleeping without your teddy bear for the very first time?" I'm showing you the words down here. "I'll feel fine. I'll feel great. I will probably love sleeping without my teddy bear. Just don't worry about it," I said. "Who's worried?" she said, and she walked away. This page over here. But now she had me thinking about it. Now she really had me thinking about it. I began to wonder, suppose I won't like sleeping without my teddy bear. Suppose I just hate sleeping without my teddy bear. Should I take him? "Take him," said my mother. "Take him," said my father. "But Reggie will laugh. He'll say I'm a baby," I said. "He won't laugh," said my mother. "He won't laugh," said my father. "He'll laugh," said my sister. I decided not to take my teddy bear. That afternoon, I played with Reggie. Reggie had plans, big plans. "Tonight," he said, "when you come to my house, we're going to have fun, fun, fun. First, I'll show you my junk collection. And after that, we'll have a wrestling match. And after that, a pillow fight. And after that, we'll do magic tricks. And after that, we'll play checkers. And after that, we'll play dominoes. And after that, we can fool around with my magnifying glass." "Great," I said. "I can hardly wait." "By the way," I asked, "what do you think of teddy bears?" But Reggie just went on talking and planning as if he had never heard of teddy bears. And after that, he said, "Do you know what we can do after that? I mean, when the lights are out and the house is really dark, guess what we can do?" "What?" I asked. "We can tell ghost stories." "Ghost stories?" I said. "Ghost stories," said Reggie. "Scary, creepy, spooky ghost stories." I began to think about my teddy bear. "Does your house get very dark?" I asked. "Uh-huh," said Reggie. "Very, very dark?" "Uh-huh," said Reggie. "By the way," I said again, "what do you think of teddy bears?" Suddenly, Reggie was in a big hurry to go someplace. "See you tonight," he said. "See you," I said. I decided to take my teddy bear. "Good," said my mother. "Good," said my father. But my sister said, "What if Reggie wants to know your teddy bear's name? Did you think about that? And did you think about how he will laugh when you say Ta-Ta is a silly baby name, even for a teddy bear?" "He won't ask," I said. "He'll ask," she said. I decided not to take my teddy bear. Poor Reggie. He's having a lot of trouble making a decision. At last it was time to go to Reggie's house. "Good night," said my mother. "Good night," said my father. "Sleep tight," said my sister. I went next door where Reggie lived. So he's not going far away. Sorry. That night, Reggie showed me his junk. He showed me his flashlight, his collection of bottle caps, a chain made out of chewing gum wrappers, some picture postcards, an egg timer, jumbo goggles, a false nose, a mustache, which Reggie's trying on, rubber stamps and labels from his father's office. Let's move this up so you can see them on the floor here. There's the flashlight, and that looks like a timer. We decided to play office with the rubber stamps, and they stamped all over some kind of paper, it looks like. Here is the chewing gum wrappers. I don't know if you've ever done that before, but we used to do that when I was young. After that, we had a wrestling match. And after that, a pillow fight. And after that, Reggie's father said, "Bedtime." "Already?" said Reggie. "Already," said his father. We got into bed. "Good night," said Reggie's father. "Good night," we said. Reggie sighed. I sighed. "We can still tell ghost stories," said Reggie. "Do you know any?" I asked. "Uh-huh," said Reggie. Reggie began to tell a ghost story. Once there was a ghost, and he lived in a haunted house, only he did most of the haunting himself. This house was empty except for this ghost because nobody wanted to go near this house. They were so afraid of this ghost. And every night this ghost would walk around this house and make all kinds of clunky, creaky sounds. Like that. And he would go around looking for people to scare because that's what he liked most to do, scare people. And he was very scary to look at. Oh, was he scary to look at. Look at Reggie's face. Reggie stopped. "Are you scared?" he asked. "Uh-huh," I said. "Are you?" "What?" said Reggie. "Are you scared?" "Just a minute," said Reggie. "I have to get something." "What do you have to get?" I asked. "Oh, something," said Reggie. Reggie pulled the something out of a drawer. The room was dark, but I could see it had fuzzy arms and legs and was about the size of a teddy bear. I looked again. It was a teddy bear. Reggie got back into bed. "Now about this ghost," he said. "Is that your teddy bear?" I asked. "What?" said Reggie. "Is that your teddy bear?" "You mean this teddy bear? The one you're holding," I said. "Uh-huh," Reggie answered. "Do you sleep with him all the time?" "What?" said Reggie. "Do you sleep with him all the time?" "Uh-huh." "Does your teddy bear have a name?" "Does your teddy bear have a name?" I said louder. "Uh-huh," Reggie answered. "What is it?" You won't laugh, said Reggie. No, I won't laugh, I said. Promise? I promise. It's foo-foo. Did you say foo-foo? Uh-huh, said Reggie. Just a minute, I said. I have to get something. What do you have to get? Reggie asked. Oh, something, I answered. The next minute, I was ringing my own doorbell next door. The door opened. Ira, everyone said. What are you doing here? I changed my mind, I answered. You what? Said my mother. You what? Said my father. You what? Said my sister. She was still up. I changed my mind, I said. I decided to take Tata after all. I went upstairs. Soon I was down again with Tata. My sister said, Reggie will laugh. You'll see how he'll laugh. He's just going to fall down laughing. He won't laugh, said my mother. He won't laugh, said my father. He won't laugh, I said. I came back to Reggie's room. I have my teddy bear too, I said. Do you want to know his name? I waited for Reggie to say, uh-huh. But Reggie didn't say, uh-huh. Reggie didn't say anything. I looked at Reggie. He was fast asleep. Just like that, he had fallen asleep. Reggie, wake up, I said. You have to finish telling the ghost story. But Reggie just held his teddy bear closer and went right on sleeping. And after that, well, there wasn't anything to do after that. Good night, I whispered to Tata, and I fell asleep too. So maybe you've gone for a sleepover for the first time, or maybe you just always would like to have something to help you feel comforted when you go to another place to sleep on vacation or another person's home. But this is a cool story about two boys who maybe thought that would embarrass them to let their friends know they had a teddy bear. But lots of children who don't have dogs or cats or pets that they have to comfort them have stuffed animals. And I once had one of those myself. I hope that you enjoyed hearing about Ira's problem with taking his bear, how much trouble he had deciding, but he made the right decision to take it after all. Thanks for sharing with me in this story, and come back on Wednesday for another. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do, and then you can come back and look at different stories. Read them more than one time. Happy Monday.